Hello everyone, this is Warmac9, once again doing jump puzzles here in Guild Wars 2. Today I'm going to be bringing you Troll's End here in Lion's Arch. First you want to start by the Grand Plaza in Lion's Arch, which is the, if you started on Guild Wars 2, where the large fountain once was. Currently it's a flat area, but you should recognize it as it is pretty much a central hub of the zone. You will head over the bridge to the north by northeast. Passing this way, you'll pass above the top floor of the bank. You'll run across a few rocks and steps. The point that you're trying to reach is this long, kind of winding bridge that passes over all the crafting district. This was actually a pretty difficult one for me to find. I ended up finding it on accident. I'm sure I could have looked on the wiki, but no, I actually found this one completely by chance when I did. What you have to do is continue along this pathway. Eventually you'll reach the vista right here. On the opposite side of this corner or curve, you'll see a planter box right down here, and what you have to do is basically that: jump down the planter box. It's actually a false floor, and you will fall into a sewer system of Lion's Arch. This particular sewer is filled with barracudas. Don't worry, they're non-hostile, just like everything else in Lion's Arch. This particular jump puzzle can be a bit grating because it has a lot of very tight corners and closed rooms. I mean, you're in a very, very tiny duct in a very tiny sewer. It can be a little dark as well, but it's not that bad. The grubs seem to provide adequate lighting for the majority of it. Now, there's actually two ways to start this. The first is a small shortcut, which is right here past the first pillar on your entrance. You can come up here and then proceed to your right to continue the jump puzzle, or if you'd like to do this in the event that the that shortcut is ever fixed one day, you can proceed along through the pathways here. Eventually you'll reach this little slope that you kind of have to hop up towards, and you'll see some leaves up here on the wall. You want to scale this wall, hopping left and right across the various pillars and platforms, eventually reaching a kind of a checkpoint and then another tunnel. This particular tunnel doesn't have anything really of note until you get to the end here. This end has a light shaft. You want to walk around to the far side and fall in the small crevice of that light shaft. That'll basically put you on this small valve-shaped thing. You'll drop down from here onto a small pointed rock, and if you don't screw it up like I did, you would then hop from that rock onto the pillar, follow the wooden planks, and be on your way. There's also a dead NPC adventurer, signifying to players that they should fall from that direction. However, there is a shortcut, and you can hop right there against the wall and then hop up onto this platform and basically save yourself a lot of headache. Again, you're going to be seeing right here exactly what's so frustrating about this jump puzzle: the camera angles. You have a ceiling right behind your character. You have walls right behind your character. You have to make these very small jumps with basically very little actual visual movement. As you can see there, I was illustrating that the previous jump was a pillar, and then the jump following that was a small ledge along the rock. This particular jump here is always very annoying. I end up doing a few hops at the end of this plank to ensure that I am aligned with the terrain, because if you are not aligned with the terrain when you jump, you will fall. This time I happened to get just fortunate enough to make that jump, and beyond this, it's fairly easy aside from really crappy camera angles. You just kind of scoot along the wall until a point that you can hop up on a little ledge to your right, follow that, and you'll have another small hop onto a final pillar. From here you can hop straight up and you will be in an outside area, or external area from the cave. You'll continue to kind of scale the rocks and you'll arrive upon several gathering points. Unfortunately, I don't have any harvesting sickles. Poor foresight on my behalf. Here is the dead troll, for which the jump puzzle gets its name, and the final series of jumps. These are fairly easy to make if you have a permanent speed buff like the Thief 25% from Signet of Shadows. However, if you're a different class, Swiftness would be recommended for reaching this final chest. The Grand Chest can have its loot quality buffed by wearing Magic Find armor. However, you will have to exit the zone and re-enter the zone with the Magic Find armor in order to up that actual quality. Also bear in mind that the chest resets once per day, every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I believe. Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So just bear that in mind whenever you're looking to come and try and do this jump puzzle. It's not one of my favorites, but the gathering nodes at the end are pretty well worth it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you